knew that I had to be a part of it. It is important, and I said this in my video, it's so important for us to understand our bodies. It's so important for us to embrace and be comfortable with our bodies, understand what's going on, understand so that we can get to love. That is really the only way we can get to love our bodies, is fully understanding it and what's going on with it. And the more we take out all of these myths and untruths and all of this stuff that gets passed down from generation to generation that is false, we've got to eradicate it so that we can speak truth to our girls and they can speak truth to each other. And oh, by the way, we can't leave men and boys out of this, because the more they understand, the more they can respect our bodies. And so I'm so excited. I have goosebumps, literally. I've been, doing the ugly cry as Visney has been sending me the videos and just seeing how this dream, literally, we dream walk together as she was a part of my coaching program. We literally dream walk together, and now we are seeing the fruits of our labor. I'm so thankful. I'm so honored. I'm so humbled. I love you all, and thank you for being on this journey. It is time for us to go all around the world, as I say, onward to 1 billion girls and women learning how to love themselves and each other. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Such kind words that you just said there. I mean, you can say that again. It started off as a dream. And I remember when Gisine also added me on this journey. And I just thought to myself, my gosh, I never thought it would come to this day where I would see a book in my own language and all the little girls having to read about it. Is such a beautiful thing. So thank you for sharing, and we appreciate your love and support. Please do not ever give up on us. I know you won't. We love you, Sonia, and take care. So we're now crossing over to India, and we're gonna hear from Aditi. So Aditi is gonna talk to us about the Menstrupedia as well. She plays such a huge role in this journey as well. So after the break, we will hear from Aditi.
My name is Aditi Gupta and I'm from Menstrupedia, and I'm really excited to be collaborating with the Vasikana Project to bring the Shona language Menstrupedia comic book to girls and women in Zimbabwe. I'm so excited to be working with Visini from the Vasikana Project. She got in touch with me during my masterclass, but went ahead and did a change maker program with Menstrupedia and worked very closely with Menstrupedia to make the project sustainable and to take the menstrual awareness drive to the girls and women in her native country. It is really heartening to see how Visini, apart from having a full-time job, finds time and passion for such a project, and she has been relentlessly working and tirelessly working on this project to make this happen. We had a great time to get the comic book translated and also to redesign the characters who look like girls in Zimbabwe. It's really, really exciting, and I'm so excited about this collaboration and hoping that girls and women, once the menstrual comic books in Shona language comes there, don't see menstruation as something that's dirty or something that's limiting them. They learn through it, and the collective knowledge of menstruation
Thank you, Aditi, for those words. And now this is going to be such a special moment. We're going to have Tabani is in Zimbabwe, Jisine is in Cincinnati, and they're going to talk about this journey. So we're going to cross over to the team in Zimbabwe and also Jisine, and they're going to talk and chat. Tabani has been such a drive to this project. I mean, the schools that they visited in one day in Zimbabwe, when I was seeing all the videos and the pictures, it was just like tears galore. So really and truly, we appreciate you, Tabani. I'll hand it over to you there with the team in Zimbabwe, and you're going to go ahead and speak to the lady of the night, Jisine.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello, everybody. How come you are not happy? Are you happy? Serious? Viva Vasikana Project. Yeah, that's down. Viva Vasikana Project. Oh, yes, I like that. I would like to welcome those that are watching us from across the globe. My name is Tabani Gambiza. I'm the Director of Ceremonies here in Zimbabwe, in Harare. We are at Newshawks Conference Center. I would like to say hi, JC.
hello, everybody in the room. Thank you.
Okay, Jisine, we are here today. Tell us briefly the dynamics of creating this book and the journey thus far.
The vision was started from reports from the distributions, reports that the girls had a lot of questions. Some of the girls were too shy to open up. And one particular visit I made to Muleme School in Shirezi left me just feeling so hopeless after leaving the packet of kids. I wanted to do more and wanted to create a resource so that the girls would have something to refer to after I've left. So that's how the vision came about. Just from having those reports after distributions coming forward, people were saying, oh, when we went, the girls had a lot of questions, and I felt the need to put in place a resource that the girls could refer to. And this vision, we carried it along over the years. In 2019, through the dream walking sessions with my mentor, Sonia, we published I Call on You Sis Journal to help create and raise funds to publish the menstrual health educational book. And then I even started to write the menstrual book. And through that research of writing the menstrual health book, I came across Menstrupedia and their wonderful resource. And I approached Aditi and asked her if we could publish the book in Shona. So that is the short story of how we are here today in a nutshell.
Well done, Jisine. A big round of applause for her. I would like you to tell us more about the book. Why Menstrupedia, and why is it a comic book, and why is it in Shona?
Menstrupedia comic is a very, very wonderful resource. It is very kid-friendly, and it's a comic book, so it makes a tough subject be easier for kids and be easily adaptable in that way. And also it covers a lot of different other topics that are related to menstruation that people don't realize, like nutrition, the importance of people to keep up with their iron to help prevent anemia. Also, it touches on self-esteem and positivity in menstrual health. It also covers on menstrual readiness and helps children to remember their days and be prepared for their next period, and as well as caring for themselves, hygiene and disposal of products, and also choosing the right product. So it's a book that is very resourceful in that nature, that it touches on different topics. So that's why I chose this particular resource.
You've actually answered my next question. I'll move on to, do you think this would be a good resource for educators?
Absolutely. The book is used in 11,000 schools in India. By the way, India is a billion population, over a billion population. So the book is used in 11,000 schools in India. It is also being published in other languages around the globe. It's published in it's used in Uruguay, it's used in Spain and Mexico, and now in Zimbabwe. So it's a great, great resource for teachers.
I believe Vasikana Project will take it to our Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. So maybe it can also be fit in the curricula for the girls. As I flip through the book, some of the illustrations are graphic. Why was that important, Jisene?
It's very important. Advocates for sexual abuse, they recommend that you tell things as they are at an early age. You educate children on the body parts, and this helps to prevent abuse, sexual abuse. So it is very important to help educate the children at an early age, and to be specific on the body parts. And I understand that some of the illustrations focusing on the female body parts are still taboo, and that's what we are still educating our children. And also it's what they are learning in the science class. So I don't feel that it's any different what is in the book.
I understand. Thank you, Jisene, for the response. I understand you have limited print run for now. What are the plans for the future, taking into consideration that we have launched the book, we have different media houses that are here present, we have come to cover the launch. What are the plans? We are here today, we've launched it. What are the plans for the future pertaining to the Menstrupedia comic book?
We are appealing to different communities to support the cause and help us publish more copies. We do understand that 1,000 copies is not enough, so we are appealing for more funding to print more copies, and also appealing for more funding to help publish it in other languages. And also we are appealing to those who can afford to still buy the journal, as the proceeds from the journal help to support our cause. When you buy this one journal, you have provided 3 girls with a copy of the Menstrupedia Shona version.
So the journal is also part of the Menstrupedia comic book, or is something else that has already been put in place?
The journal is something else that has already been put in place to help fund our initiatives. So the journal is already available on the market. Its proceeds go to help fund our initiative, and as well as the printing costs and all the work that we do in the community as far as the distribution and the educational piece.
Yeah, this is a very great initiative for Vasikana Project. And taking from what I saw here, where we are in the conference center, everyone was really happy to have a copy of the book. When you look at the quality, the glossy finish and everything, I think it's a book that will really go a long way in ensuring that our girls in this country will benefit a great deal. Any message for the young girl who's reading the book or who is contemplating to get a book, and also for the parents, because even here we also have parents. Are there any parents in here in the house? We have girl children. Yes, they are. So, any message that you have for a girl who would also want to have a copy of the book?
I just wanted to say that we created the book in Shona specifically for our sisters in Zimbabwe so that they can have a resource on menstrual health in our mother language. And we do, are so proud that this book is the first publication on menstrual health in Shona in Zimbabwe. And as a message to the girls, I just want to say as they read this book, to be period positive, period proud, period ready, and to pass on this to the next generation so that we can end the silence around menstrual health. So this book is to you, my sisters, Derenyu Bukiroro, and I am so happy to be able to give this gift to you.
Thank you, Jesene. Let's just give you a big round of applause. I believe it's going to go a very long way in ensuring that there is no period poverty. And finally, Jesine, before we round off, I just want to ask you, in most successful endeavors, collaboration is key. So maybe you'd really like to tell us more or elaborate more on those that were pivotal in making this project a possibility and making this launch today a possibility as well as we round off.
Yes, it's true. It's true what they say. If you want to go far, go with others. If you want to go near, go alone. So I've really found it very true. And first, I would like to thank my husband, Honest, who is there with you in Zimbabwe. We, as married women around the world, I know you can understand when you're married, when you don't have a supportive spouse, you don't go anywhere. So I would like to just thank him for being very supportive. And next, I would like to thank my sister Clara. She is the wings underneath Vasikana. She's the wind underneath our wings as Vasikana Project. And she has been that sister that mentions Vasikana and Jisine in rooms that I am not in. And through her work, her devotion to Vasikana, she has introduced me to Sonia. Actually, that is how I met Sonia. So Clara, I really, really appreciate you. And then Sonia, you are now my mentor. I'm really thankful. Being an immigrant here, it's not easy to be noticed, but you see me and I am so thankful for all that you have done. And Aditi of Menstrupedia, I'm so thankful for you for saying yes. Through Menstrupedia, we are now launching this book and making a resource available to girls in Zimbabwe. I'm very thankful for that. And Tabani and Colin down there on the ground for all that you have done to make this day possible. All the people that have sent in videos supporting our campaign, I am so thankful. And the Vasikana community, there would not be us without you. I really, really appreciate my family, my friends, all those people who rally around Vasikana Project, and all the women, the older women, most importantly, who share their wisdom with me, on whose shoulders I'm standing on, and all the community women. I am so thankful for everybody. And Vasikana Project sisters, the ball is on your hands. It's in your court now. Let's take this forward. Thank you for your support.
much, Jisine. That was Jisine Zapasima, United States of America. She's one of the directors for Vasikana Project, and you heard it all. She just elaborated everything. My name is Talani Patience Gambiza. Majenjenj, Gandare Mabib.
That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Manjenjenje. Thank you, Jisine. When we really talk about I call on you, sis, this is what we're talking about. We always talking about women empowering other women. This is it. And men empowering their women. This is it. I mean, Jisine, I was just thinking as you mentioned the thanks to your husband, just how much success comes when your partner is supporting you through the journey that you fully believe in. Thank you so much, Tabani, and thank you so much, Jisine. That was absolutely beautiful. What we're going to do now is we're going to call on a young sis. And this sis just gives me the goosebumps. I don't know if you all know her, but if you are not aware of who she is, you are going to find out all about her this evening. Her name is Kulekani Ndlovu. She is fire. She's gonna sing, say, praise, however, but she is our poet, and she's going to give us what she has in store for Vasikana Project. So, Kulekani, are you ready for us?
Good evening, everyone. Like you heard, my name is Kulekani Ndlovu, and my poem is entitled My Pandemic Period. So I'm just going to play along an instrumental for the background. My pandemic period was my first, full of pain, fear, and a hideous pest of wishing to be a boy so that I would escape the worst. The fear, the fever, the diarrhea, the vomiting, ill-mannered offspring of period pain, and all other COVID symptoms at their best. My pandemic period was my first, when I felt isolated from my dear juvenile friends, maintained social distance from Jenny, Chipo, and Sam, who hadn't traveled to the moon and dealt with this red. I felt misfitted and slain, quarantined from the rest when I spoiled my dress. My comfort flew away in the nightingale's sweet song. My pandemic period was my first, when I put a mask on the feeling of confusion and when I put a mask on the feeling of confusion and crossed my legs, hoping to shield my face from displaying the shame of someone discovering that I wore a pair. My pandemic period was my first and last feeling of embarrassment for being a woman. I marched in the freedom of knowing that a period means I can give life. A soldier is not chosen according to what happens between their legs, but a soldier is chosen by the power of the heart and the drive of the mind. So when it's time to work, I, a woman, will roll up my sleeves and I will feed my heart into my dreams. And when it's time for my period, I, a woman, I will wear my peg and I will continue to feed my heart into my dreams. Because if I do not limit myself, no one else should limit me. For I am proudly a woman. I thank you.
That was absolutely beautiful, Kolekani. Thank you so much for that. What we're going to do is we're going to take a short break. But before we take a break, what I want you all to know is if you are in the diaspora, this book is available on the website. You can order it on the website. Even if you're in Zimbabwe as well, you can go on the website, and there's actually a WhatsApp number that you can contact on there for you to be able to get the book available to you. I saw somebody in the chat there who said, can I buy a few copies to donate to my village girls? Baba Matipa, yes, you can. Please buy 100 if you must and if you can. So you can go on www.vasikanaproject.org, which is .org, vasikanaproject.org, and you'll be able to get all the information there, and also a WhatsApp contact number that you'll be able to reach to purchase the copies. So all my people that are in the diaspora, you have no excuse to not purchase these books. Purchase these books for some young girls that are from your village. Purchase these books from all those schools that you went to when you're still home. Maroots edu haabve tiri vana vevhu isusu saka kana tiri vana vevhu ngatizviratidzei iko zvino. Bhuku rinofana kutengwa, bhuku rinofana kupinda mumaoko emwanasikana wese nemwanakomana wese kuti vese vanzwisise zvinoitika mukati memuviri mwemwanasikana kana achikura. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, one of my favorite, Auntie Mimi, is going to talk to us about the journey of Menstrupedia.
Hi, this is Nati from Namaluk. I believe that menstruation is just one of the most clever processes to learn about our bodies. Like to be or wish to be a menstrual learner. Tiri kutaura nazaza.
Takakura tisingazvitauri, that's why it was kind of project. Tiri kuzvitaura.
I know some people think boys and men can't talk straight to hell, but we're talking about it.
Ukuya esikhathini kuyimvelo yomntwana wonke oyinkazana. Kumele sixoxe ngakho nsuku zonke ukwenzela ukuthi kube lula ukunceda labo abaswelayo. Yikho sikhuluma ngendaba.
Empowering the girl child is very important because it is her right and it is the right thing to do. We are talking about it. Kupfekedza mwanasikana masimba kwakakosha nokuti ikodzero yake uye ndizvo zvakafanira. Tiri kuzvitaura.
Edza vana vasikana vari kumwedzi tiri kutaura nezvazvo.
Bonjour tout le monde, je suis Cynthia, je suis avec Vasikana Project. Je voulais dire, tiri kuzvitaura, and we are talking about it. Merci beaucoup.
Kana patakakurawo isu zvakanga zvisingataurwe nezvazvo pachena. Taive tisina dzidziso yokuti tozvifambisa sei. Kwakanga kusina zvokushandisa, zvichireva kuti vanasikana vaipedzisira voshandisa machira kana dzimwewo nzira dzisina kuchena. Vanasikana vairovha kuchikoro kana kutadza kuita mamwe mabasa kana nguva iyo yasvika. Asi nokuda kwedzidziso mazuva ano tiri kuzvitaura.
Takakura tisingazvitaure. Kunyangwe nemubereki waishaya kuti wozvitaura here kana kuti worege. Woshaya kuti womirira tete here kana kuti womirira ani. Asi nhasi tiri kuzvitaura.
Okay, I don't think this lady is going to need any introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. We are about to be graced by Auntie Mimi, tete vevano. Vari kutaura nesu nhasi. Zviya zvekuti vanhu vanokura vasina tete wekutaura navo, isu vedu tete tinawo. And the beauty of this is ava nditete vedu, vari kudiaspora nditete vedu, vanomhanya kuZimbabwe nditete vedu, vanomhanya kuCanada nditete vedu, ava nditete vevano. And I am so grateful for you, Auntie Mimi, that you're able to be here with us. Without further ado, please go ahead and share with us the journey.
Thank you, Magda. Nakai Skincare Cosmetics, thank you so much. I would like to take this time and just congratulate Jusine and Vasikana Project for this milestone. Congratulations. We are celebrating with you. I want to congratulate every woman that has joined into this broadcast to listen to this launch. And the people that are in the conference center in Zimbabwe, I want to congratulate you. What we are doing today is we are taking care of business. And there's no other person that should be in the forefront of this initiative except for the woman. It is the person who's got the hand in fire that withdraws their hand. It is the woman that suffers most from the stigma that surrounds menstruation. The UNICEF confirms and ascertains that menstruation is stigmatized all over the globe. And they say lack of information about menstruation leads misconception and damaging misconception and discriminations that affect the childhood, the girl childhood. It says stigma and taboos myths deter young people, the teens, from learning about menstruation. The first period should be celebrated and it should not be looked upon with fear or with concern. I had a summary, I had to go and do a survey of women to understand us, the older generation, that must be talking about it, that must be empowering the young people. We need to talk to them to find out what was their experience. One of them said to me, Auntie Mimi, I was at school. And one day, as I was at school, someone asked me, what is that on your uniform? She thought she had set on a fizit, that is a red drink that children drink in primary school. And she said she walked around the school all day with a stained uniform. When she got home, she went to the toilet and she saw herself that her panties were soiled. So she called Sisiwe Basa, the domestic worker. As I'm speaking, these are the people that need to get this book. It's not only our children and our daughters, it is us as well, the older generation, because you cannot teach what you don't know. If you did not have that conversation, you cannot give that conversation to empower someone else. So this book is the first resource that is coming our way so that we can empower ourselves, we can orientate ourselves so that we can have this conversation. She says she told Siswe Basa that she had hurt herself and there was blood. So there's no preparation. And the UNICEF identifies that there is no preparation for the young girl. She only finds herself, she has a period, then people begin to talk about it. So we should prepare our daughters. We should not wait for them to have had bleeding for them to know that a period is coming. A period is something that is natural. If we prepare for birth and we have bags that are waiting for us to go to deliveries with, we should also, in that same manner, prepare our daughters so that they are able to understand what will happen to their bodies. She said when Auntie found out that she had had a period, all she said to her is, "You are now grown up." Auntie vakati, "Wakura, wamukadzi mukuru, ukatamba nevakomana unoita nhumbu." And this is the narrative that we are hearing. People just saying, ukatamba nevarume na wakuita nhumbu. She said that when her mother came, her mother was just crying. She's only young. How is she going to cope? She's only young. How is she going to cope? So we need to have these conversations. But if no one has ever spoken to us about it, we won't know what to say. And this is why this book is very important. It is a conversation starter. It is a virtual tete. You know how tetes were the ones we were living to say, have the difficult conversations. Now life has evolved. The tetes are running with their lives. We need resources such as this Menstrupedia so that it helps us to start this conversation, that the conversation needs not to be awkward anymore. So we are celebrating this book that is a conversation starter that will empower not only the girl child, we need empowerment. So we need, I don't know how we're going to knock those who have influence, who are listening. We need to knock to the Minister of Women's Affairs. We need to go to the Ministry of Education. we need to have this resource available to the girls. Menstruation is a beautiful experience. When I was young, I was fortunate that I was in a community that would talk about it. But although I knew about it, when the time came, I didn't feel free to talk about it. I didn't think I had people that I could confide in. So if you are raising a girl child in your home, whether it's your daughter or she belongs to someone else, create channels of communication that are open so that girls can be able to talk to you. One of the experiences shared this morning, she said, when I was stealing my sister's tampons because I did not want to talk to my mother, because I thought my mother was going to beat me, because I felt shame. The reason why a woman would feel shame is because we have been silent about this for a long time. But no more are we going to be silent. Tisu vasikana vacho, tiri kutaura nezvazvo. We are talking about it. I will speak to the Shona speaking people. Ndakutaura nemi vanhu vanotaura chishona. Hero bhuku rauya riri muchishona ratapiwa kuti tidzidze nezvemiri yedu vanhu vechidzimai vasikana. Titaure nezvazvo nevanasikana vedu. Kana pasina akambotaura newe, tora bhuku uverenge. Uone kuti unogona kutanga sei nhaurwa iyi nemwanasikana wako. Iva neukama hwakanaka nemwana wako. Mazuva ekuti mai vanotyisa akapfuura. Mazuva ekuti munotamba mese nemwanasikana wako kuti umugadzirire, umuprepare, umuudze zvinhu zvakavanzika zvoupenyu, the secrets of life. So hero bhuku ngatiritenge, ngativei naro. Kana uri musikana webasa, orientate yourself, ita basa rako nemazvo. Handiti ivasisi vebasa vari jacked up vakaverenga, ukuthi mwana kana mai vasipo akakudza kuti ndaita period rangu, kumva wachimutsaurira kuti zvinofamba so, unozvichengeta so, mai vosara vouya zvavo, iwe watoita basa rese. So I want to say this is a historic moment. We are excited. This is groundbreaking. Something has happened in Zimbabwe. The women are taking charge. They are stepping out. They are doing something to change their lives. So here we are. We are talking about it. Thank you. Over to you, Magda.
Thank you, Auntie Mimi. Mazvinzwira zvataurwa natete, hanzi natete, kana uchiona wakambonyingidzwa iwewe kutaura nezvazvo, taane bhuku. Pakuwana bhuku apa ndo pakuwana pekutangira. So, tiri kutaura nezvazvo, we're talking about it. I'm taking a deep breath for this one. So, now, we're going to have Feli Nandi. I think most of you all know how I feel about Feli Nandi. She is a superpower. She is a superpower in her rights with her voice. The messages that she sends, yes, I'm being very selfish today and talk about the girl child because this is what it's about. We look so much up to her. Her grace, her confidence, her talent in music is just something to be so astounded by. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you all to Feli Nandi as she's going to entertain us today. Feli?
Thank you so much. The next song that I'm going to perform is a song that talks about a strong woman. These are words that my mother told me hours before she died, and I've kept these words and they have helped me through my journey. So I hope the same message gets to someone tonight. Oh, 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 I'm sitting here on the mirror, looking at this woman, many smiles. I am proud It was one hell of a time to be heard. Mandava ure andise uke shure. After all, I've been told. Did I know Papa very much enough? I never give up. I am the perfect me, ready to conquer, very unbroken. I am a woman, I never give up. I am the perfect me, ready to conquer, very unbroken. I am a woman, I am a woman, I am a woman. I've survived with nothing. I have felt like I'm drowning. I've been bruised and I have scarred. I have seen people status fall. I got what is what that can't see bakanibaye anzimunnu katigara pasi wanasikano nuzirei kwandaba kure handishe ugeshure. After all I've been through, tirando fama very much enough. I never give up. I am the perfect me, ready to conquer, very unbroken. I am a woman. I never give up. I am the perfect me, ready to conquer, very unbroken. I am a woman. I am a woman. I never give up. I am the perfect me, ready to conquer. I'm very unbroken. I am a woman. I am a woman. I am a woman. I am a woman. Wadava ure andishe uke shure. After all that I've been through, zirando famba very much enough. Don't ever give up. You are the perfect you, very unbroken. You are a woman. I am a woman, and you are a woman. Yeah, and the next song that I'm going to perform is called Mangolo Mera. It's a song that talks about violence, domestic violence, and I just hope a sister out there and aunt out there is safe and they're okay. I hope you enjoy. My son is my son is my son is my son is oh, my son is my son is yeah. Tell me why Baba Kani Tisinarugare Bamba Pano oh, every day Kakavatana Andishoere Chingamisa oh, every day Kakavatana mashandisa mangoromera. Oh, mashandisa mangoromera pasi. Oh, baba, mashandisa mangoromera. Oh, mashandisa mangoromera pasi. Oh, baba, mashandisa mangoromera. Maikukura baba we mushaundo. Birishonga pa mushati no shike piko. Manyakisa muriru tirunatiko. Oh, maikukura baba we mushaundo. Birishonga pa mushati no shike piko. Manyakisa muriru tirunatiko. Mashandisa mangoromera pasi. Oh, baba, mashandisa mangoromera. Mashandisa mangoromera pasi. Oh, baba, mashandisa mangoromera. Inoda muchitambatsiva. Goromera rinoda richiunza mari. Goromera rinoda muchitambatsiva. Goromera rinoda richiunza mari. Mashandisa mangoromera pasi. Oh, baba, mashandisa mangoromera. Goromera rinoda richiunza mari. Goromera rinoda muchitambatsiva. Mashandisa mangoromera pasi. Oh, baba, mashandisa mangoromera. Thank you so much.
Wow. Can we just give her a hand of applause, everybody? My gosh. Feli, you know I have a soft spot for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Queen. We appreciate you. Thank you for being on this journey with us, and may God continue to bless your talent. When we come back after this, we are going to go back to Zimbabwe and ask a few questions, because I know the journalists are itching there to ask Jesine a few questions on how her journey has been. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Sikhuluma ngendaba. We're talking about it. Tiri kutaura nezvazvo. It is wonderful to be a girl, and then a woman, and then go. In between, tikupa dzidzo yekuenda kumwedzi kwemwanasikana. So, let's talk about it. Takadzidziswa nana tete, nana mai vedu, nana mbuya vedu. Now we have this wonderful resource. Well done.
My daughter and I were freely discussing menstrual health in our home. Thank you, Vasikana Project, for the work that you are doing in Zimbabwe. We are talking about it.
Bethel Joseph here, Tiri kuzvitaura. We are talking about it at Vasikana Project. Watch out.
Vasikana Project is picking up.
Good evening once again. Hello. Are you guys sleeping? Okay, I would like to give the floor to the journalists who are here, the media people that are here, if they have any questions, so that Risine can answer your questions. I have one here.
Okay, maybe my name is Michael Guarza from the Health Times. I just want to find out how far we have plans to come up with the really comic book.
Mike Guarisa is from Health Times. He wants to find out from you, Jisine, that how far are you guys in publishing Ndebele Menstrupedia comic book?
The funding has been a challenge. So the hold up is the funding. So once we are able to secure partnerships, funding, we will be ready to start working on the Ndebele publication. And also with our agreement with Menstrupedia, we have permission to publish this book in all languages in Southern Africa. So I just wanted to put it out there. If anyone that is willing to fund the next publication for the Ndebele to come on board for any partnerships.
Okay. Do we have another one? Yes, Tashi?
So, what distribution channels are being used so that this book reaches the intended audience?
That's Tashinga numbers from Classic 263. She wants to find out what distribution channels have you put in place for the distribution of the book.
Initially, we are going to start with the six schools that we have worked with in the past. And then the book is available for anyone that wants to buy it for their communities, as well as schools, church, girl programs or clubs. So the book is available for anyone that wants to purchase. And the distribution, we have Mandy, our educator, that is going to be going to schools, educating girls and making the book available.
Thank you. Do we have any other question? Sorry? I can hardly hear you. And your name again? Sorry?
Daily News.
A question from Daily News. They are saying, what about the rural girl child? How are they also going to access it, seeing as to how it's a very important book?
The rural girl child is the reason. She is the reason because she doesn't have access to a smartphone. She is not on the internet. So this book was actually created with the rural girl in mind. Me being in the US and one with a desire and a mission to educate girls on menstrual health, zvaindirwadza because I could not reach the rural girl. And I have done some sessions on Nyami Nyami radio where I was able to reach rural communities. So this book was created with the rural girl in mind. And with your help, with the help of the community, we are wanting to get the book to the rural girl that is not on the internet, that does not have a smartphone, and break barriers on menstrual health education.
Thank you. Do we have another question from the floor? Thank you so much, Jisine. We have no more questions from this end. We hand over to Magda.
Thank you, media team in Zimbabwe. And thank you so much, Tabani there and Jisine. I mean, you know, I think we all yearn, as what Jisine said, we need sponsors. We need sponsors to get this book in Debele. We need sponsors to get these books in all the languages that we can reach out to as many young girls as possible. So this is your time. This is your chance. The more books that you purchase from this, the more we're able to regenerate more books and more copies as well. So hey, especially the ones in the diaspora, I know you're all here watching. Justina, I see you in the comment section. Colleen, we need your donations, ladies. So really and truly, the more you donate, the more we're able to achieve and also connect to all those young girls in all the corners of different villages in Zimbabwe. So what I'm going to do now is I just want to take a moment. I want to take a moment to just say thank you to Earground. Earground is New Voices Amplified for a reason. We continuously get our voices amplified on this platform. So I just want to take a moment. I know he's in the background doing his magic, Plot Marco. We really appreciate you, Earground, for this moment. This is a milestone. This is history. And for you to be able to walk with us on this journey, honestly means a lot to Vasikana Project and the whole team as well. I'm going to hand it over to Clara. But before I hand it over to Clara Matonodze, I just need to tell you something about this lady. She is so instrumental to this project that has been going on. She is boss. And I don't usually use that statement on every single person. She is boss. What do I mean by that? She is the one who is responsible for all the public relations that has been taking place. All these things that you have been seeing on the website for Vasikana Project, all these videos and attributes that have been going on until this date, and even way before then, it has been all in the hands of Clara Matonodze. I just want to say, Clara, I commend you. You are a great human being. But of course, I have to give you this time to do some vote of thanks of the people that I know you need to also thank.
Thank you so much, Magda. And oh my gosh, you're the host with the masters. You are giving me really good goosebumps. You do such a great job. So thank you. And for everyone else, I just want to say thank you so much for being there today. We were not always sure that you guys would show up, you know, but I always believed and that, you know, us in the diaspora and you guys over there, we can work together, even if it's just bit by bit. But in my heart of hearts, I'm like, I know we can do some great things if we can work together. The answer is in all of us, right? To solve our Zimbabwean problems, our African problems. It's not anybody but us. So I'm very grateful. I especially want to say thank you to Colin Chiwanza, Tavani Dude, and Dumisani Mlea. These are my old DIMCO peeps. You know, you guys were my Division of Mass Communication, Poly. So it is wonderful to be able to work with these guys after, 20 or so years of us graduating. It is truly wonderful. And the other things that I want to give is also, obviously, to you, Magda. You came to me and Zia with so much passion that we were just floored and blown away, and we are truly grateful. And I also want to thank Colin again for the printing. If you guys are not aware that Interlink did the printing of the publication of the book, and we haven't seen it yet, so we can't wait to see it. But by all accounts and all reports, it is beautiful, it is wonderful. The professionalism to me just proved like Zim is doing great things, right? We hear such a bad rap about Zim, but you know, there are great things happening there. So very proud and looking forward to more collaborations. And I want to be able to thank Zia's family. Being able to pull something off is not easy. You know, it's a lot of pain, labor, costs when you don't have sponsors and you're waiting to get that money out of your paycheck and make sure this program moves ahead. You have this love for girls in rural Zimbabwe and want them to succeed. That is commendable. So I can only say, keep on moving and keep on doing what you're doing, and bit by bit, I think together we are going to do great things in Zimbabwe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Clara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to finish this off by a quote that was said by Maya Angelou, who's one of my favorite inspirations, rest her soul. She said, "You may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world's problems at once. But don't ever underestimate the importance you have and that you can have, because history has shown us that courage, I want you all to remember this word, that courage can be so contagious. And hope is the second word. For everybody, especially for everyone that's watching in Zimbabwe and around the world, courage and hope can take on life of its own. I want to have everybody back on screen. If you can have everybody back on screen. And I just want to say thank you all for this evening. Zimbabwe, are you still there? We want to hear you screaming. Are you there? Thank you so much for today. This was such a heartfelt moment, and you all take care.